video link, so I'm just gonna put that in.
I'm just gonna make sure my stream is loading properly. Worked fine yesterday, but who knows? Twitch is weird like that. Oh, hey, here we go. Perfect.
Just seeing if anyone else is here at the moment.
We have the guy who submitted this video is here in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm gonna be starting the first run soon. You know, it's pretty interesting. I like his setup at the bottom left corner. What is that thing?
Is he using an arcade stick?
Seems like it. I'm not really sure if it is one.
Seems a little uncommon for Touhou.
Yeah. Well, most people I know just use keyboard.
Keyboard or pads are the ones I hear the most.
Yeah. I don't really have any equipment, so I just use keyboard for all of it. Oh no, all these power items, what are you doing?
K-Shoot controller? I don't think I've heard of that. What's special about that?
I've heard of it as well, but I've never actually like seen it in action. Oh, I think he told me about the K-Shoot controller before. Right. Yeah, it's one of those things, I think. Like, remember, it's kind of like remember that one time we had someone who played SA with DK bongos? Like, this run is kind of similar to exactly like that.
This seems like it still works better with the shooting game than the bongos, though.
Yeah, it's the K-Shoot controller 1cc. I just realized. But what buttons do they use for everything though? Like which button is shoot, which button is bomb, which button is I mean, I know what he's doing to move, but
I imagine you can just set them up yourself.
Seems like
there's the key config option in the main menu.
Oh.
Well, it's mainly for joystick controls and all that. I imagine this is compatible with that.
It should be, I think. Oh, it's a toggle, so you don't even have to hold the shoot button down.
I would say there are too many areas where you have to rapidly stop and start shooting in SA though, so that works.
I guess you can sort of tell with how his fingers are moving. You can see the left button right there is focus.
Controlling that while controlling a stick might take getting used to though.
Yeah. It looks like the position looks really awkward. How are you gonna move while you're holding down focus on your thumb like that?
Use your first two fingers if you need to.
It just feels like I control a lot better when I have grip on whatever controller I'm using. So I've never really used these kinds of controllers very often, so I don't really know what's the best way to grip these or use them really.
Yeah, I think the thing here is that he's combining movement and focus on one hand. That's a bit different than what keyboard users usually do.
Yeah, because usually focus is on one, and you're moving of the arrow keys on the other.
There's always an adjustment period when you learn new controllers, but it's nothing to say you can't do it.
Well, that's true. I notice he's unfocusing a lot rather than using focus. That probably makes sense because of the shot he's using.
Yeah, exactly. Because Merce's shot archetype is reversed.
You should get up closer to the boss at times so you can hit with all the shots.
Well, it's full power. It's kind of hard to make the outermost streams hit sometimes.
Yeah,
He's
you
not
have to
full
be
power
close.
right now, so maybe for like 7 power, shotgunning would be useful.
Even at 8 power, you can have like 7 out of 8 streams hit most of the time. If you shift tap, you can get all 8 to hit, but that's pretty complicated, and I don't think that's pretty viable with this controller setup.
Probably not. There's always like a risk reward thing when you try to get more of these streams in, because you could do just fine without getting all the streams as long as you get most of them. So it's like, this isn't the kind of thing I would worry too much about, getting absolutely every shot to hit all the time.
To be fair, I don't even think you have to unfocus all the time either. Like, very sure you can play just fine without really trying to unfocus a lot with this shot. It's just that your damage might be lower, but I think the spread is worth it, to be honest.
Spread's great in stages, but it's bosses it's an issue.
It could take longer, yeah. But I think it's still probably stronger than like it still feels stronger than some of the weaker shots in this game. I think.
Yeah, I think Merce A's unfocused shot is comparable to Rainbow A.
It is. It's actually stronger up close.
Yeah, if you can get more of the shots to hit, then it is a bit stronger.
Well, I think the main thing about this shot is actually the bomb rather than the shot, though. Seeing as you can just shotgun bomb a lot of attacks pretty easily, I think that makes it the highlight of the shot, since you get like 8 bombs per life or something like that.
I've never been like completely sold on Marissa A's bombs. I mean, obviously you need to use them offensively in order to get the most damage out of them, but at the same time, like you have half the invincibility time to compensate having double bombs.
Yeah, but in these situations, even if you have to press multiple times, it still usually works, because you still get 8 bombs a life if you keep your life count low.
Another thing that kind of hurts Marissa A, though, is that she can't always regain bombs as fast as some other characters. Although, to be fair, like, because a lot of boss spells usually give up like 0.5 power, getting double power back would just give you a free bomb per spell card, and that's not really, good design right there. So I can see like why Marissa gets like less than double power from each item.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're using the bombs defensively, they're really not good. It's really
that's
only
the case with a lot of
shotgunning
bombs
damage.
in this game.
Yeah.
Like half the characters in this game, you have to use bombs offensively to really get something good out of them.
I feel like the only character that you can actually use bombs defensively is Raimue, and you don't even
Marissa
really.
C is a defensive bomb by nature.
But it's bad.
Plus, Rainbow C also, her shot, or her bomb rather, follows her around. So you can like start it at the bottom of the screen, then just move up to the boss yourself and shotgun her.
Well, that's true. Oh well, that one is more of a you still go up to shotgun anyway. So.
But you can still use a bomb when you're stuck at the bottom of the screen and then find a way to make it work.
Oh yeah.
Rather than having to preemptively plant a bomb up by the boss. That's what I meant by using it defensively versus offensively.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. Obvious, you should still play low K point device. Preferably no bomb, just to see how far you'd get before rage quitting.
That's always a trick of point device. That's like the only way you can lose is by rage quitting.
That's basically it.
So as long as you just keep persisting, you will win. it's making things a little hairy on the third non-spell there. Aimed bullets spread all over the place, not really a clear path through.
Yeah, but there's a
plus the
trick
bullets are
to
still
it.
relatively fast on normal.
Yeah, but there's a trick to it on all difficulties. That's rather safe, I think.
Well, it's making sure it's not aimed down towards the center of the screen. And then luring Yugi over to the side, so you have room in the corner to dodge.
That's basically the safe strat. Although if you're using a strong shot, it's probably better to just try and speed kill the non. Since you only have to dodge like one wave.
That strat because dodging up high through all the bullets reflecting off the walls is nasty.
Yeah, it can be.
No bomb until PDH. That's probably the better idea because that attack is just going to be infuriating.
Yeah, although I'd only do no bomb until PDH for Lunatic. Like, below that, it's kind of doable to just keep on going, I think.
PDH may take you like really tens of tries to get a capture, at minimum, unless you get really lucky. But obviously that's not going to happen all the time.
Yeah, when I did hard, it took me almost 100 tries for my first cap of it. Although one part of the game still took me more than 100 tries, so it's not even the worst thing.
See, right there is using Mercedes' bomb offensively. That's the better way to do it. And he's just letting the spread take care of the rest of the spirits. Or maybe not, it's still going unfocused. Just to speed kill it. That's actually the better strat in that case.
So that's kind of unfortunate.
Oh no, he missed a life piece.
Yeah, he missed a life there. I mean, it probably wouldn't matter very much, but still.
Doing well enough so far. That's one of the situations where if you speed kill mid-boss Orin, then I just stream the green bullets and the green orbs, and they felt the communication gauge for me.
Yeah.
There's enough bullets there to do it.
Yeah, that's what I do as well, actually. I think a big part of learning this game in general is knowing when's a safe time to graze, because it's important for items and shit.
It is also not like super critical as in LOL-K though. I wouldn't say like you have to worry about getting a communication gauge up all the time.
Also, here's an example of like you know the fairy at the end of stage 4. If you shotgun bomb once as Mercy A, it kills it, but you get more than 1 power back.
Yeah, in this case, you do get more than 1. Because of the way that the power item scaling works. It's not just like a single big point item, which just stays at 1.
Yeah.
If anything else, I would have just used a bomb to clear a path at the end of that Death Fairy.
Yeah. That's a smart idea, I think.
Because the nastiest parts are always towards the end when the amulets start to overlap at the very bottom center, where you normally like to stay.
Well, yeah. Although I don't think it's random, so you technically could just memorize the path through it, but
it is completely static, that Death Fairy. Like the only thing they can change is how fast you kill it depends on like which amulets spawn, because if you kill it fast enough with like Rainbow A, you can get an easier wave in the center at the end. But if you're slightly weaker, you're gonna have like a lot of amulets in the center, like walling you off, and you have to move to the side. That's like the only difference.
It seems like he at the very least knows the streaming strat on this spell, but
yeah, normally you can take this pretty slowly because the dolls move slowly.
Yeah. I don't like this spell.
It's just a matter of staying under Satori as much as possible.
The streaming feels weird on this spell for some reason.
It's kind of rough streaming from what I understand it. I still don't know like exactly how to do it. Because like near the end, the bullets kind of spread out a little bit, and you have to turn around pretty well ahead of time in order to give yourself enough room. If you can't stay under Satori for very long, then you risk timing it out and losing the life piece.
Yeah. That's why you got it. You have to be aggressive when doing it.
How?
Because that's a lot of lives lost on this fight.
Satori and Orin are two of the hardest boss fights in the game. And then Uso on lower difficulties as well because of the way she scales. This last spell card is also nastier than it looks because you have to deal with Marissa's bigger hitbox, and the way the bullets unfold can just make things nasty.
Yeah. Well, but I still think it's one of the easier fights out of the shots, so...
Probably still,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, this little power doesn't really have a spread shot to speak of, so he kind of has to stream the wisps for power.
It's not streaming large enough, but I think he still got through it.
Also not really at high enough power to effectively take out these yin-yang orbs, so looks like he's mostly trying to play it safe. Open up a path instead, until they leave.
Oh god. At this point, I'd rather him, like, die and get power back, rather than just time this out.
You get a few bombs, I believe.
Yeah, you do, but I think as Marissa A, you still only get 2 power items when you're over 2 lives. So it's kind of not very good.
Still better than being stuck at 0 power, though.
And that's why I say the best way to play Marissa A is to stay at 0 to 1 lives rather than more than that. Since, like, in this game, bomb count is proportional to how much lives you have, and your last life always gives you full power.
You still have to die pretty frequently in order to keep triggering that, though. Not exactly, safe gameplay. You still want to have as many lives as possible.
I think over mid boss is easier than the fairies after it on any difficulty.
Definitely.
Below Lunatic.
Because there's not nearly as many waves on Catwalk. And Pellet Hell on normal is like actually a hard mode attack, basically.
Basically, yes. It's just having clumsy deaths everywhere. Well.
Oh, there's another one right there.
Not using the head graze save spot. Damn. Head graze save spot is
I keep saying like it's not really needed.
I know, but it just makes things simpler. And since you're using Marissa A, you can shotgun with all 8 shots, ending it really quickly. That's the main reason I do it with this shot, mostly.
Well, he didn't exactly approach it right, Maribel. Went too far to the side.
Yeah, you just have to stay under.
Yeah, like you can just micro dodge all the lanes, not have to follow them.
And it also really helps to learn the standing directly under Owen the despawn bullet strat, because it makes this non-trivial.
It doesn't know that trick for the second non-spell, though.
Yeah, that's what I was implying.
He just saved himself there. He needed that extent badly.
Yeah, you just get full power again. It's assuming he dies.
Well, just the fact that now he can actually die again
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole gimmick of, like, you want to have one spare life at all times, and no more, no less, ideally. I think dying with bombs with this shot kind
Here
of
comes the
hurts.
hard part of the fight, though.
Yeah, it does. It's going way off to the side.
He wanted those items, especially the life piece. But if you want to get those after the third non-spell, you gotta make sure you know where the ghost wheels are aimed.
I think when he respawns, it's probably a better idea just shotgun. It's a habit I've went into. Like every time I die, I go up close to the boss to shotgun to get extra damage in before my iframes wear off. It's it's it seems safe usually, I think, but I know not everyone does that, but taking advantage of iframes helps more than you think. That's why I do it.
It can depend on the attack too. Sometimes you want to like get yourself in good position to do the rest once the iframes do wear off.
Oh yeah. Oh, once if I do mess it up, there's always bombs.
The streaming section shouldn't be too bad as Marissa A though. Spread shot helps out a lot. Although he's kind of cornering himself right here.
He's going way over to the side instead of restreaming.
Well, what happened was he was going too far to the side, so the spread shot was still missing a lot of the spears as they went down the screen.
Well yeah. There's that.
It's same thing here. Although it's the end of the attack, so not really a big deal.
The K shoot spell? Which one? Oh, the blazing wheel. Yeah, that it seemed pretty rhythmic. I can see why you'd say that. K shoot capture. Hey. Rhythm game spell cards win.
Alright, final boss time.
Yes.
Should be able to get the extend after this non-spill. That'll give him some leeway for UNR.
I think right at the very start, she should have just not hesitated and went straight to the top. It's what I would have done, honestly. Doesn't seem like he's using that trick. Oh, I don't know if you'll need it here.
These lanes can still get angled pretty weirdly on lower difficulties.
Yeah. I think the trick is pretty worth it on every difficulty, really. If you know how to do it, it makes it basically free.
Yeah. In some shot types, it even lets you speed kill Uso before the second wave really gets going. You just follow her around in the safe spot.
Oh. Well.
Ooh. That was weird.
Yeah, he went too high up.
Yeah, at this point, I just wouldn't risk it. Use those bombs, get that next extend after the non-spell. Got a little lucky there with the lane placement, but it works out. Going the wrong way again, though.
I wouldn't do this ball on normal at the side, to be honest. Just the angling makes it like you
Except
can do it
it's
on.
still really dense in the center.
I mean, you can do it. You can easily do it on hard and lunatic because of how that one works. But on normal, it's kind of really weird to do it that way.
It's still really dense in the center on normal. Get some bombs back for safety. Got one more life left as well, but lots of tight spaces on Sub-Sun. Gotta be careful.
Wow, just died right away to some random pellet.
See? Yeah, Marissa has a fat box instead of a hitbox.
The extra graze is worth it, maybe.
Not being able to see your hitbox the way he's playing also makes it a little rough sometimes.
What is that thing on his hitbox anyway? Like, how did he do it? Nice.
Yeah, she is. Her hitbox is like almost twice the size as Reimu's in SA. I'd call that fat. But yeah, nice, clear.
Well, the good thing is at least the graze box is bigger. Okay, let's see. Oh.
What's that bottom left thumbnail on the YouTube video?
I didn't see that, but I didn't catch that.
Reimu hates Junko as much as I do, I guess.
Wow. If it's some low-K meme vid, then it's probably like RBs or something. I don't know. Oh, that's another Marissa beat. That was just like yesterday. Oh yeah, it is his LMB. I knew I saw that somewhere. A 70 mil clear. Well, I don't even know if it's a clear, but I've seen clears with
ends, right?
I've seen clears with lower than 70 mil, so we don't know what could go with this.
The last extent in EOSD is 60 mil, right?
Yeah.
As long as it gets past mid-boss Sakuya. Stage
the replay is six stages, so it definitely did get past.
Yeah.
Wait, this is your run, right? The Eels person. Oh, yeah, it is. It is their run. They confirmed it.
Marissa's speed is definitely useful in the early game to pick up power items before you can POC.
Yep, it is.
Although on higher difficulties, you do run into the trouble of just too many bullets to fly around like this.
I don't even think the speed matters. In fact, I think it helps more often than not. Because the focus speed is the same. You're probably not gonna unfocus that much outside of stage portions.
Is it the same?
It should be similar.
I know later games like focus speeds are the same, but I remember like in the first trilogy and PO at V, like some focus speeds can change too between characters.
Oh.
Someone else will have to get info about that though, because I'm not sure exactly.
In Imperishable Night, Marissa's focus speed is definitely faster.
Like Sakuya's focus speed is usually faster too, right?
Yes. That's true.
I mean, from what I remember playing the OSD back in the day, I thought Marissa's focus speed was faster than Reimu's. That's why I had so much trouble using her. Because I couldn't micro-dodge.
Even then, I don't think the difference in speeds matter that much.
When you're trying to play on Lunatic, it can.
Even then, it's just a matter of getting used to the controls, really.
Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, Maribel.
Oh, it is fast. I didn't know it was also faster than USD. I thought it was just IN.
That's something to think about often because they standardized all the focus speeds in the later games, so you just don't see it that much anymore.
Yeah, and now they're standardizing the hitbox too, which is nice.
But I like Reimu's small hitbox. I mean, they mostly did standardize stuff after UFO.
To be honest, I prefer it if everyone had the same hitbox size, so there's more reason to use people other than Reimu all the time. Kind of like EOSD, where Reimu and Mercer have the same hitbox size.
That was like before the whole convention of Reimu having a small hitbox was established, though.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's the case, though.
The PC98 games, too.
Yeah. I mean, having a small hitbox means it's probably one of the only viable shots for survival, but at the same time for scoring, it's really bad because the graze area is smaller, which matters a lot.
It depends on the game, too. Like some games, graze is just not important for scoring.
That is also true, yes.
But I think, like, I wonder if it's a reaction to, like, Reimu having, like, a much better niche for survival in LoL just because of Junko. But here's the solution, just don't make a boss like that again.
Yeah, that's true. And for the graze box thing, there's a reason why, on difficulties lower than Lunatic, Marissa shots score higher than Reimu A.
You're talking about SA?
Yeah, SA.
It's a combination of that, just plus there not being enough bullets for Reimu's bomb to keep up. Yeah, I already figured that much.
I believe that's also why UFO's lower difficulty scoring, Marissa has the world records, not Sanae.
Just slightly bigger graze box.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that's kind of thing I thought Shock do is that at this point it's kind of tradition for Rainbow to have a smaller hitbox than everybody else. Even if everyone else is the same. That's like one of our defining traits now from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah.
And just to see it possibly gone for Touhou 16 is like a little saddening.
To be fair, I don't know, I like it that way though, because it means finally people will actually focus on other aspects of the character instead of just like, I'm gonna use it because small hitbox. Because literally, that's a lot of people just use Rainbow because of hitbox size.
Yeah, but again, like it doesn't really make too much of a difference most of the time. There's only like a few places, Junko as I mentioned, plus just SA Lunatic and Extra in general. Yeah. I just figured like it's not a problem in enough places to really warrant that kind of change yet.
Gray's box is standardized. POC line is not. Marissa still has a lower POC line.
Hasn't that aspect of Marissa also been kind of inconsistent over the years?
Marissa has almost always had a slightly lower POC line. I don't know why she has this ability, but it's there. And Sakia, on all the games she's appeared in, items fall slower for her.
Yeah, time abilities.
Yeah, something like that.
No, if Marissa does have a lower POC in Touhou 16, then that makes me question why Rainbow doesn't have a small hitbox even more.
Yeah.
Then Aya also has a faster movement speed in general. Not sure what Chirno would have exactly. I doubt slower movement speed would count as something like that.
Well, Chirno is just like huge spread, but the spread is insanely weak, so it's not like it matters much.
I wouldn't call that like a special ability either. That's just a standard, shot archetype. Yeah, on lower difficulties, there's few enough bullets to macro all those aim shots, so that works.
I remember when I did hard mode, I also just flayed around the bullets by macroing, and it somehow worked.
Well, now that I think about it, going back to the small hitbox issue again, like it makes Rainbow good for survival, but also, as you mentioned, it really hurts your scoring capabilities in some games. So it's definitely that trade-off there.
Yeah. Although that game's scoring system, I don't know if it would really help, to be honest. I mean, it could probably help with getting more season items, but other than that, I don't know.
Well, you need a good bomb to get more season items. That's why Aya is so good.
Yeah.
And Chirino to some extent. Then again, like the amount of season items you get is just so over the top, it's hard to tell sometimes.
I don't know why he bombed, but okay.
Yeah, that is weird. Unless you feel like you couldn't get to the other side in time. Oh, finger slipped, he says.
Oh, I see.
And it happens to everyone at some point.
It's okay. Finger slip has caused me to die multiple times, so...
I've accidentally panic bombed on no bomb runs before, so I know the feeling. Can't always control yourself.
This bind X or something else. That's the easiest way to do it.
Oh, I already did that.
Oh.
But in this kind of run for Eel here, he says like he tensed up, I guess, during that point.
Oh. Yeah. But what the heck is this spell? It looks so nasty on for normal.
Metal fatigue is this?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, the infamous metal fatigue bullets. They're literally all hitbox. And it's much nastier than the hard lunatic version. It's the first time I've actually seen someone play metal fatigue. Probably in a long time. Definitely the first time on this stream, too.
It sucks when you're playing a lot of the other games a lot of time, and then you play EOSD and then suddenly realize, why'd you die so easily to that?
Engine is just so old-fashioned at this point. A normal version of Water Elf as well. Might as well not be much of a difference with these metal fatigue bullets too, now that I think about it.
It's pretty much the same.
Bubbles would be like slightly bigger, but again, them being all hitbox just makes it nastier than it should be.
Not doing stage 5 stage part the proper way,
It's normal mode though.
Still, it works everywhere. Might as well do it.
If you know where to shoot the enemies, it looks actually really tame on normal.
I literally never had a problem with Patchouli Nons. They seemed easy enough to understand. Or at least
some people get psyched out by the lasers and the way she streams. That's where a lot of the difficulty in new players comes from.
I just learned to be on the side where I know a laser is going to spawn, and then I just move along the laser so that the aim bullets all miss. That's what I figured when I began.
Well, the best way to do it is to misdirect those aim bullets, so set yourself up for streaming the second half of each wave.
Yeah.
Like you move yourself to the side, then you stream back to the center before the lasers come back.
Yeah, early on, I sort of like... I already understood what streaming, misdirecting, and all that was, although I don't usually always pull that off properly. But, I don't know, it's a useful skill to have. Just like knowing what to do when you see ancient patterns, which makes them trivial. Misdirection is actually very easy with any shot. Because like,
you gotta know a path through it to make it easy.
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah.
To be fair, though, it looks like on normal, the bullets in this direction move faster than they do on harder Lunatic.
Yeah, that's because they don't bounce.
Like, got a little hairy there. Almost got shotgunned at the end of the first none.
Also, somehow I find this spell harder than like the Lunatic variant because of how the knives work. But it's still pretty easy, but still, I find it slightly harder.
Is it a clock corpse?
I don't even know the name, but I didn't even see it, but I think that's Clock Corpse or whatever it is.
Smart bomb right there. He's about to run right into a wall.
It seems like he bombs whenever he feels like there's a lot of bullets to like to the sides of him or something. I don't know.
We did say earlier that he keeps his bomb finger primed for whenever he feels uncomfortable.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense that he probably thinks like bullets coming from all directions are probably hard to deal with for him.
Definitely takes some getting used to, yeah. There were also some situations where you could tell, like he put himself in a spot where it looked like he was in danger of getting hit by bullets on the sides as well. And he couldn't move anywhere to avoid them.
Yeah.
So that's why he bombed.
Well, he just straight up died again. What the heck? Well, I guess I can see what you mean by bombing whenever you're uncomfortable.
That wasn't the best decision there either.
Just bomb whenever you're uncomfortable.
Just get completely out of the way of those sets of knives.
The 3-3 is still more than enough to finish the game. Well, now it's 2-3, but still, that's still more than enough to finish the game.
Are you? How far ahead of you, or of me, are you? I should say.
Couple of seconds.
Oh, he just died at the start of stage 6 now.
Yeah. Well...
Straight up died twice.
Well, what the heck? Those rings are aimed. You just tap once and all of them will miss, so you wouldn't ever have to die on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wait, did a fairy ram you? I didn't even see.
No, it was a bullet.
Okay, it was a bullet, yeah. Just making sure. Well, life count is steadily going down, but still, I think 1-4, that's a decent amount to finish Remy with.
On normal, though?
Yeah. I think so, at least.
I wouldn't exactly call her easy on normal mode, especially because of how differently her attacks work.
I'd say only the final would work very differently from higher difficulties. Most of the other fight is simple.
Her first spell is Red Magic, I think the name is. That works kind of differently from Demon Lord.
I don't even know the name of this, but it looks different, but I think it's easier.
This is something else. Oh yeah, here you have to deal with metal fatigue bullets again.
Yeah, but at least they're more spread out.
Angles. Oh yeah, that's her final. I do like the look of her second spell on normal though.
Second spell seems like it's static at least. Or maybe I'm wrong, but still.
Those knives really curve sharply.
It's still much easier than the lunatic variation. Because at the very least you could kind of like get into an area in which the knives will most certainly miss you, so...
Well, if you know they curve a lot, you can adjust based on that.
Oh boy.
Scarlet Shoe.
I don't like the final, because like, you know how the purple bubbles, they bounce and stuff. It just makes it weird, I think. Like, it can wall, it's pretty dumb for a normal spell.
It happens when you have attacks that just change drastically between difficulties.
Yeah. And you just straight up died again, what the heck?
Well, he was out of bombs, so it's no big deal.
No, he did have bombs again.
Oh, wait. That one. Yeah, you were more than just 2 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, that hurts, though, to die that late into the game.
Yeah, that's true. Epic. Well, next, I need to change.
Still going for it, Neil?
I'm pretty sure he already has it at this point. Or maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know when
he said still no 1cc in the chat.
Oh, he said still no 1cc.
But definitely keep going for it, though.
Okay.
Clean up your play in a few spots. Just don't die with bombs in stock that much anymore, then you should be able to get it. No problem.
Literally just press X on every attack and you'll still get the 1cc. Because it MRSA B, the bombs are very powerful. I don't even know how it feels because I don't even play USD. But the random stuff in that game is annoying as hell. You're better off just bumping things that are just like, are prone to suspect you to random deaths.
Which is a lot of stuff in this game.
Like, you entered there with you entered a final with 1 life. That should have been enough to clear, but it just wasn't being careful, I guess. But I'm pretty sure he made it far. Would obviously be able to make it next time. I mean, he has the skill to do it. He just needs to practice the final boss or something more.
Get more used to bullets coming from sharper angles, so you know how to read them. That's definitely going to come with time, but like, USD is probably a good place to start learning that too.
Likes using shotgun a lot, which is good. Shotgunning is indeed fun. I like the amount of damage you deal in this game by just shotgunning. It's great when you're able to do it.
Real taste of power.
Even in other games when there's like shots that grow significantly stronger when you shotgun, it's always satisfying to be able to get some good damage off at the start. Oh hey, another player who knows the trick to the first know about safe spotting. Even though I personally safe spot because it kills it faster.
This trick without the safe spot actually makes it a lot easier anyway, so...
Yeah. But it's still slower than safe spotting, so I'd still do the other thing. Hoping this run finishes with a relatively decent amount of resources, but we never know.
It's EOSD, so...
All depends on how well he manages this stage, really. Your route for the stage doesn't have to be that strict, I don't think. It's pretty simple even without a route. Wow. That was a bad wave, holy shit. Although, to be honest, you
Panicked a little
should
too
have went
much.
left.
Yeah, exactly. As you can see how often that can happen on mid-boss mailing, you just want to always keep that in the back of your head. That waves will occasionally get stacked on top of each other, so you should find another way through.
Dying before stage 4? Like, I don't think that's a 1cc killer, honestly. Like, one death's not gonna be the end of the world, you know.
You're using up a lot of resources early game before a lot of the really hard attacks, though. I can see the point for EOSD at least.
Yeah, although I mean, at least if you can make it to the final boss of like 2 lives or something, that's easily 1cc pace. So it doesn't really matter that much in the long run. Mari, they just randomly died to a big bullet after dying. That's how the game over happened. I mean, at my skill level, I bombed even stage 1 stuff and still managed to 1cc, so I don't know. You don't need to have a perfect run of early game. It's not necessary at all. I mean, I even have occasions when I die early game too, and that didn't really stop me in the slightest, I don't think.
I think the only game where I've ever accepted a death, like on stage 1, is in LOL-K, just because it's that difficult.
Hi.
Hi.
Who just joined us?
Mari?
No.
Wait, no, it's Zig.
Oh, Zig is here.
I
Trying
didn't
to open up
check
the
the
Discord
list.
page, but my mouse was doing funky things.
With mouse. Oh wait.
What was this? If you forget how to do this part, just stream. That usually works. Or at least it usually works? Maybe?
As long as you don't stream right into a laser, you still gotta know where they go.
Oh wow.
And getting caught in the center like that can be tricky. You really just want to like keep going in one direction.
He rushed. Should not have rushed, should just stood still and let the bullets miss him.
So this run is a 1cc, right?
I think so. We don't know until we see the end of it.
Okay.
It so far has died like once to something on stage 4.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Oh no. Nice.
The spell cards can give such scary ways. Ouch.
Yeah, if Burying Lake goes right like that, it just gets so much more nasty.
Oh no, you're too low. Go higher, please. That's why you go high on this spell.
kind of gets easier if you're a bit higher up. It seemed to be a good spot. At least he didn't
Not
die.
nearly as many bullets higher up, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's easier to estimate what's coming down directly. When it's coming down vertically instead of from the sides, it's just a bit easier to estimate. Especially because it comes from all sides if you're down.
I actually missed what killed him on Water Elf right there.
Some random bullet did.
He's using quite a lot of resources, actually. But he still has a fine amount for the coming stages. Megalith hype. Oh, no cap. Sad.
I would have just kept bombing instead of doing that.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ow.
Okay, it's going to get a little
There's EOSD hitboxes for you.
Well, you can get another life with another bomb, but I imagine this is going to be tight now.
For sure.
Going
Actually,
for
no.
Unless he has a
Yeah,
good
he's going for the
stuff,
safe spots.
Safe strat, yes. Cheesing.
I mean, this number of resources is still good.
It's still fine enough, really. But it gets a bit more tight seeing how many resources were used individually. So I'm assuming a lot of resources are used up at Vermilion at least. Which means Sakya needs to be somewhat fine. But it's an assumption, so anything can happen. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, let's see how mid-boss Sakya goes.
Well, he's doing the correct strat for it, which is good.
He's doing stage 5 in
Head
the
greases.
correct way. It's not per se a wrong strat, but it's easier to do head graces. As long as you make sure to move up before she starts moving, that makes it simpler. Unless you really wanna try to grace well, but that's your own decision then. It's not that bad. Oh, ouch. And it was going so
Probably
well.
didn't stall Sakya enough.
Yeah.
It's a fine enough number of resources, really. But still, I'm assuming this is gonna be a tight one to see if it's a one to see. I can totally understand using a bomb for this num. Yeah, safety first. I agree with Maribel. It's not hard to do or anything. Like,
Yeah,
it's
safe strats
pretty
are
easy
great.
to understand which movements you need to do. But safe strats above all, just in case.
Indeed.
You're doing an LB, so yeah. In this case, it's just a simple one to see, but yeah. If it's a one to see at least, we should still see that. Okay, if he can do this without having to use up a bomb or die, then he can use the last bomb for killing. Oh, ouch. It's still doable, but like I said, I think this is gonna be very tight if it wants to cease.
Yeah.
He's bombing at least once on Killing Doll.
It goes to stage 6 of 2 lives, which is a good amount.
Yeah, 2 bombs and Killing Doll.
Yeah, Raymond Beast Bomb just doesn't deal much damage at all.
Yeah, Rainbow Beast Bomb doesn't do a lot of damage. At least you can go up and shotgun a bit. But that's all you can really do, so...
Does Raymond Beast still have the ability to shoot? I know like some bombs force you to stop shooting in early games.
Yeah, Marissa B, for example. You cannot shoot during Marissa's Beast Bomb, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think Fantasy Steel is another one that makes you stop shooting. I just didn't know if the barrier one did the same thing.
Nah, this one doesn't. You can just shoot. But I think the damage is not as high. Not too sure though. Midbaszakia. Please don't die to Midbaszakia. Okay, please get in the... Oh. Is this
I don't think he
roll?
knows how to get into it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about the circles.
It seemed to me like he was trying at least. Yeah, they're aimed. The rings are aimed. Safe spot. Safe spot is not too bad to do if you get used to it, but it's still easy to make a mistake. For all you could have known, you would have died right away trying to get it. So 1 bomb can still be a bit better. 2 lives and 1 bomb left is still pretty fine. And for Emilia it's feasible. But I think that seeing the things we saw before, it's gonna be a bit tight.
I mean, you could always just not play the English patch.
That was a silly dodge, but it worked out. Good that. This is free. Please capture Vampire Illusion. Good cap. Yeah, it is running fine at this point.
It
Good
can
help,
finish
please.
pretty easily.
Okay, good. Yeah, this would have an easy time once you're seeing now.
Oh. If only he didn't just die right away on this spell, though.
Should have moved a bit earlier.
Yeah, not good misdirection there.
Yeah. It's not a good misdirection if you die because you were too late going down.
At least he's able to power
Yeah,
cancel
live
against
with
Sokyo
bombs.
here.
1 life and 2 bombs is fine enough. It's like pretty safe actually. As long as you make sure to actually bomb.
Bomb all the hard waves. Yes!
Pretty much. Don't take any risk. And when you're down to 0 bombs, just dodge.
Maybe staying high up on the screen. I don't know how much easier that might make things.
Okay. 2 bombs left.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Hey, made it
Nice.
through. Very nice.
Also, there's this next thing. I need to actually reset the game because I need to change the config.
Oh yeah, 90 FPS.
Something like that.
90 FPS, nice.
I better change this. It says it's no bomb, but I don't even know if that's true. I need to actually check.
EOSD load took a while for me to get too. And once I got it, I was like so happy that I just never had to play that game again. At least not the main game.
Yeah. I believe this is extra. Yes. It's a...
Doesn't matter how long it takes. It's just nice that you got it.
It says on there it's a no bomb, but I don't know if you can feasibly no bomb a 90, but it probably is.
Who says it's clear either?
"90 FPS, no bombs." Okay, that's interesting.
The game isn't even on 60 for some reason. I need to actually start this on full screen. Yeah, this is weird.
Shouldn't you use V-patch?
I used V-patch, but apparently I don't.
I hope you can actually run it on 90 FPS full screen.
Oh, it does. It does.
Okay, that's good.
Can you guys see it?
Right now it's just a black.
I see a white screen.
Oh.
Do you see anything now?
Yes, I see a white screen the entire time.
I have to wait a few seconds because I'm slightly behind, but it's still a white screen on my stream.
Heck?
Yeah, I'd say restart. Because we're not really seeing the game.
That's weird.
It's so quick that it just transcends time, and now we're at the point where everything is just white.
I'll try again.
Oh, I saw something for a split second.
Alright. Now tell me you guys see anything that's not just a white screen. Why is it doing that still?
I'm afraid to inform you that it's a white screen.
I saw like the game selection screen for a split second, but now it's white on my end too.
Oh my god. This is so stupid.
Try another method to show the window. Like, for example...
Does Pi have a YouTube video of this by any chance?
I don't know why it's not working for EOSD. Can't
you do like something else than game capture, like window capture? Try something like that.
I'll try and see.
Sometimes that works for me because some games just are a black screen or a white screen for me otherwise.
I'll actually try something else. Let's see. I'll try and temporarily use this window. Give me a sec. Because I don't know how.
If it doesn't work, we might have to do it next week and figure out how to do it. Sorry. Okay, I'm seeing it, but it's a little too big, so you should resize it properly.
That works. Makes it look like a YouTube video with the black sides.
You should add some crummy pictures. Okay, let's see.
Let's make sure this actually runs in 90 FPS. I can't hear the audio, so I can't really comment on that.
Yeah, I generally post audio.
I can only hear my fellow commentators here.
This is so quick, it's so interesting to just see that. No bump is kind of an interesting idea for a challenge, though. 90 FPS, no bump.
Maybe he already did it once with a regular clear and just felt like upping the challenge a little bit.
Yeah, it's possible. It's pretty possible. Well, I imagine it's quite possible. As long as you make sure to have enough resources for QED, because I imagine that's hell on 90 FPS. If you can actually do a 90 FPS QED cap, that'd be amazing. Oh, one death there. It's still pretty doable. Wait. Yeah, pretty much. Stage 4.
You already started for lives.
Ouch.
This one.
Already 2 deaths though. And not even a flump rage yet. This is for the memes. Yeah, having an extra stage now with no bombs will probably help before you do this to 90 FPS.
Just knowing all the strategies.
Pretty much. Although I imagine that that you can pretty much choose if you have enough knowledge. Stuff like Starbow Break, you can just save spots, so.
Yes, you can. Levitain is a really big blind spot over Flandre.
So, kind of shows that Flandre has a lot of trivial things. Not everything, yeah, most of it, indeed. Like, I imagine the hardest parts about this run are the survival and the final, really. Oh, a Maze of Love, but Maze of Love is actually being captured in 90 FPS, I think. At least by the looks of it.
You memorize it, it can be done.
It's pretty good, actually. Looks pretty quick, so... Oh, is this actually going to be a cap? That's nice.
Following Flandre around, I see.
Good cap. Actually went bit. That
I was
went
just
against
about to
my
say,
expectations.
after the first 2/3 just fine, then he dies on the non-spell.
Ouch. Still pretty strong point, but... Ooh. I hope this will be a capture. Yes, it's a capture. Nice. So far this run is pretty strong.
Oh yeah, because the bullets get so fast. They're all aimed though, so you can get a rough route through that all the same. Yeah, I shoot during survival spells sometimes, just a force of habit.
I never see a reason to really shoot. Like, it helps me to concentrate a bit better. Survive to just not shoot. kind of want that one lifer QED I imagine. Final wave. On 90 FPS sounds like hell. Final waves.
It's like having 2 or 3 final waves on 90
This is going to
FPS.
be a 90 FPS cap. Oh, this is a 90 FPS cap. Nice.
That was a good survival right there.
QED 90 FPS hype.
Will he do it?
Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
See that
Ooh.
life helps. Nice. Pretty close to a capture though. Pretty strong run.
Died
Good
late
job.
enough where doing the rest wasn't an issue. Nice job on that one.
Ooh, having this back again. Anyhow, what do we have next? Fuck. Yeah, we have a bunch of iron runs. First up is copper. He got this on the first day of DRC, first day of trying. Iron extra, perfect.
Full spells as well.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's how you type it. Okay. I captured the full spell. Yeah. I mean, when I say it did like perfect, I automatically assume it's a full spell capture. So, I like that name.
Order known is found. Yes, it's nice.
Yes.
Is this also full spell?
Yeah, it is.
We were saying if it's for DRC, there's a reason to go for full spell as well.
Oh yeah. That's good. My old pro. Bye, Shock dudes.
See ya.
Hope you come back again later, Shock.
And it's buffering for me. Border team just section so simple. You can just home into the enemies.
Yep. It's great.
The entire first half of the game is pretty much trivial with her homing. Or with their
Yeah.
homing, I should say.
Pretty much.
Although even the second half, it works pretty well at spots too.
Oh yeah, you can just stay in the middle here.
Yeah, middle works fine the first wave, but
Yeah, you should do it the
the
other way.
second wave.
You should not do it on the second wave, yes. It helps
Even,
you get
even
in
just going to
extra.
the edges of the enemy marker works well enough, though. You don't have to go too far.
Still doing a fine job there. Go ahead, restream. So high up.
Hi. Good on him, he's collecting the items. Well, but I don't know if he'll still do that here. Oh, he does. Nice.
Sometimes I wait till I kill 2 of these fairies. Because it always feels like the second one comes in just a little bit faster. Oh, and he's doing the one for the streamed fairies too.
I wonder if there's a way to POC this all.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I think there is. It's like you can go inside some of the aim shots on that section.
Yep, that's actually how score runs do it. They go within the spawn point, and the bullets won't hit them there.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
They can easily POC like that.
Yeah, I think Sakura's run the other week had
You
that.
can POC every single item in the stage, yellow, at
Nice.
human. In fact, that's how you optimally want to do everything.
Yeah, of course. If you drain item, that's gonna give you less score. And if you don't get an item, that's even worse though.
Also, with a Death Berry, you don't want to safe spot it because you want to collect the items immediately after killing the fairy. Because
Yeah,
the
I was
dialogue will
actually
force
aware
the
of that.
items to be gray instead of yellow if you're too low.
Yeah, if you do the safe spot, you cannot get up in time to get a yellow POC.
I know it's a survival run. Yes, I'm perfectly aware.
It's just a question he was curious about, and then obviously there's discussion about that in score runs too. That's how you would do it in a survival run, though.
I think the most obvious thing to say here would be that the survivor's gone. So yeah, I'm just waiting until things get hard.
Yeah. Sure, soon enough.
First half of Moko you can get pretty consistent at with enough practice.
As far as I'm concerned, it should not even take too much practice to get consistent the first half.
Aside from just
Especially-
knowing how the non-spells work, it's also, or not just the non-spells, how the spells work.
Yeah, I'm pretty much talking
You might
about
need to
that.
get used to like how the amulets overlap on the 4th and 5th nons, though.
Yeah, true.
And the 6th non is where it starts to really pick up the pace.
I like how only the bowling can do that during Touhou.
I mean, every other team can do mostly the same thing. You just have to be up a touch.
Yeah, they have to move up a little.
Yeah, but
Because they
it's-
cannot exactly stay at the bottom, because then they get hit.
their hitboxes are too big. But beyond that,
Yeah.
they can approach it the same way.
Yeah, pretty much. You can pretty much only bottom half with the border team though. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You don't have to go up a lot with the other shots or anything. But still,
That's like the only difference they have.
pretty much.
Alright, now we're getting to the second half of the fight here.
The laser kills you if you're too far to the right when it's coming from the left, or too far to the left when it's coming from the right. Basically, you want to be a little over the middle, to the side it's coming from. And then it does not hit you.
Oh yeah, Eel, the way lasers work in IEN, and even some of the earlier Windows games is that the hitboxes turn on a lot later than they appear. So Zun basically used that as part of the trick in Honest Man's Death, where it's designed to like turn on right at your hitbox, depending on where it was when it turns on. But if you move into it, it'll still be off, and you'll pass right by before it kills you.
Basically, it's not entirely spawned, and you can move through it.
Think of it like dodging an aimed shot. It's kind of similar to that concept.
Yeah, it's designed to turn on where you are once the laser once the sprite starts to turn on, when it comes in from the side.
I'm pretty sure it's aimed around the middle, like a little over the middle, to the other side to turn on there. So you need to move to where the laser's coming from.
Yep.
And if you're not exactly enough, you won't die.
Move to where it is anyway.
Well, that's
you can't really move to where it spawns from, but you get the ID. Within the movement space, basically.
I'm just watching these rings of death right here.
Nice.
Very nice.
Rings cap. Nice.
Rings cap. Yes.
Fujiyama Volcano is also one of the spells that you need to learn. And then you can usually capture it as long as you don't forget it. If you forget it, it can just kill you multiple times.
Copper knows the good trick to misdirect this one, though.
He does.
Yeah, it's a good misdirect so far. You can just move over Moko. Helps a lot.
Oh, he's not doing...
I always...
Moving around a lot more on Possessed by Phoenix than I expected.
I always just start high and then move down a little in the first pattern.
And circling this one too, I see.
That's how I usually do this too. I find tapping up to kill me more than circling this.
What happened was when I was going for the XNN in this game, I would usually have my own music on, so I wouldn't be able to tap up to the beat reliably. That's why I just did circling.
Yeah, that's better then. I mean,
I did try tapping with my other music, but it just wasn't working. And considering how few runs ever got past Rings of Death, like perfect, I just didn't want to waste the opportunity.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't consistently tap.
Tapping is too hard.
Yes.
I used to do the tapping strat too when I had like the regular stage music on though, because then I would be able to follow along with it.
And this spell card is actually one of the easiest final spell cards in every stage class house.
Yeah, because you can pretty much root it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, pretty much.
You normally think of like staying in the center because of how everything gets planted, but staying like a bit lower in the center is safer than it looks. Gives you more time to read the rings, get out of the way of the lines of arrowheads and all that.
The hardest part about this is that you need to figure out behind which ring you want to move, and to make sure to not get hit by the aimed waves later on.
I think Joker only charges twice before PDH Das.
He has a good route for imperishable shooting too.
I think she charges twice.
A bunch of these waves are mostly static or close to it. So you come in with the same strategies each time. Whatever is most comfortable to you.
Rip dash.
I mean, we could always double check that too, Des. That's a different route for the fifth phase. Going up through the center like this. I normally just go to the side.
I've never captured imperishable shooting, by the way.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't really focused on it though. But I'm still planning to do an X and N of this stage at some point.
Yeah,
I'll
at least you
get
got spell practice for this game too, so you can just
yeah,
go
that
right back
helps a
into it.
lot. That really helps a lot.
All right. Clean
All
IS
right.
cap right there. Very nice job, Copper.
Yeah, nice work.
Good job. Congratulations on the run. How much for? Let's see.
Imperishable shooting is just one of those spells that takes a while to get used to, but once you do it, you can do it every time.
Oh yeah, definitely. It took me the longest time to get used to the fourth wave, for instance. Just because it's such an unusual style of movement. Once you got it down, it's like just like riding a bike, basically.
Yeah.
It's close to 2 billion.
What's next? Oh. NN
GG.
to Ray. This is Akeldar. Yeah. This is
Marissa's solo run, isn't it?
actually I believe this is a no bomb attempt with solo Marissa. So this is gonna be, and it makes me really curious what's actually happened here.
I mean, at least Marissa can kill familiars. You know.
Yeah, Marissa can kill familiars. It's good. The best at it, I think.
Solo Marissa, that's nice. No bomb lunatic ones, you see.
The score
Marissa's
kind of
pretty
worries
good.
me though, because I don't know, 1.2 billion seems pretty damn low for a no bomb one. Because, well, I'm
if you
only
die a lot,
questioning this.
maybe
Yeah.
you can get 10 lives total or 11.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
Kirby's
10.
run.
Yeah.
I
It's
saw
either 9 or
Kirby's
10.
Ringo run afterwards. It's a pretty good run. But we'll get to that soon.
Oh yeah, 10 lives.
Yeah, because I remember when I was planning a one life clear in the past, I remember like writing down that you reach max lives and then you get another life and you get a bomb from that instead. So you get more lives than the max you can hold, but obviously if you die once or twice, then technically it doesn't go to waste in that sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, beyond the fact that you lose a life still.
But I mean, if you have 8 extra lives, you probably won't need any more extra lives anyway.
Well, you can reach those extra lives in stage 4. That's when the game starts getting hard.
Guess
Avoiding
just
cancels.
trying to make
It's
it
not like
easier.
cancels matter in no bomb run. Well, just wants to get the attacks over with ASAP.
Well, cancels can help, of course, if there's a lot of bullets on the screen, but
Yeah,
if
they
you're
do
more
help if they're
confident this
multiple,
way,
too.
Plus, there are just some
there's
attacks
no
where
reason to really go for
killing familiars
cancels and
outright is how
bomb.
you make it easier.
Unethical. Wow. How is it unethical though? I mean, ethical runs will probably make sure to not get cancels. Unethical will be like getting cancels,
Nice.
trying to spin this, for example.
I like what he did there.
So it's max lives in stage 5.
Oh, he's actually. Oh, that's nice. But that's gonna be a speedrun strat if there's ever going to be IM lunatic speedruns. Just finish it off immediately.
Speed running IN lunatic.
I think that will not really be very interesting, but whatever.
Well, auto-scroller shmups are never interesting to speedrun.
Pretty much. That's why I'm saying it will probably not be interesting.
The thing is, in Touhou, bosses, can always take different amounts of time. That's where you cut off time with speedruns, basically. And also in cases where the enemies aren't stick to the stage, like after mid-bosses.
It's basically bomb, die, bomb, die. You probably want to use death bombs occasionally too, because they're stronger.
Yeah, of course.
And just finish lost spells immediately. Just get a hit right away.
Could you theoretically not go for last spells, so you don't even have to waste that time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you don't get enough time.
I don't think going out of your way to put your gauge at a place where you can't even get time warps is worth.
Yeah, it makes things harder. I don't see you can just not trigger them as well, of course, but that will probably mean that you'd have to dodge things in the stage portion the entire time.
Well, the stages are
Like,
auto-scrolling,
not actually
so...
shoot things.
Because the stages are auto-scrolling, usually, you can instead focus your efforts on just not getting time warps, rather than trying to speed kill everything.
Yeah, that's my point, just not shoot for cancels. Although I'm not sure if the boss can still fill it up, but I'm pretty sure that if you do pacifist stage portions and just use the resource the boss, you're not going to meet the time requirements.
I know on stage 2 you do have to work a bit in order to get the time warp requirement. Some of the other stages are easier though, so then it might actually make it a bit harder to do that, unless you just go full pacifist or something.
So it's kind of scary though to just not clear, to just not do cancels. I imagine stage 3, for example, will become kind of hard here and there.
It already is, even with cancels.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And stage 4 will probably also be kind of hard. I mean, you can probably find out where you can shoot to still not meet time requirements.
If you're playing as a human character like Marissa or Yomu, you can probably kill some familiars and not have to worry about cancels on the stage portion varies.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think that a few cancels will still trigger the time requirements, but if you do it the entire time, I'm pretty sure you will still get the lost spells.
Yeah.
That way, it's actually a bit easier to get the last spell requirement on stage 4 and 5 and stuff.
Yeah, because you already get a lot of time warps from capturing spells as well, like you said earlier, I think. So,
well, in the speed run, I'm pretty sure that you will just bomb spells, so I'm pretty sure it won't really cap them.
You'd only get the time warps from any familiars that might be on screen.
It was not a suicide because it was a lost spell. He just finished off immediately.
Yeah, I see some regular survival players do that too. They just want to get things going, move on to the next stage.
Yeah, just not
understand
interested in lost spells because they are not really relevant. Try to score or anything. Or you want to make sure that you have enough time for Kaguya's lost spells.
Well, even then, if you're just doing a survival run, it still doesn't matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like 1cc doesn't count if you don't get to face all 5.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
If you just want to unlock, so you just do it in stage practice. They give you max time already, so it makes it very easy to get all of Kaguya's.
Yeah, stage practice, the time always starts at 11 p.m.
Yeah, that way you can just get all of Kaguya's lost spells indeed. Besides, there's not really a time requirement for stage 6, isn't there?
No,
There is
you're
none.
guaranteed to get the last spells.
Yeah.
It's either 0 or 10. I think extra's the one that's 10 though.
Unless you pacifist everything, I'm not sure actually if you do still get time if you pacifist everything, but why would you?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say it's stage 6 last spells were all 0. It's like you're forced to always see like Kaguya come in for Horror Elixir, and then also see here get rid of your imperishable night spell at the end of 6B. It's like that's always guaranteed. Whereas technically imperishable shooting isn't required, although there are other ways to trigger it.
Yeah, indeed. I think I once did no focus Marissa Hart once, you see.
Nice.
I should probably try to do it on Lunatic sometime. Or maybe no vertical. No vertical would be interesting.
I feel like either way, that's just going to be a much bigger jump up from hard, you know?
Yeah, it sure will be. I'm pretty sure. There's a big difference between Lunatic and Arts, in my opinion.
Yeah, there is.
You mean the early game?
Well, we're talking about
Yeah,
in
just the
particular.
entire run, really.
Oh.
I already feel like stage 1 gets a bit tougher, so I suppose it's not anything that's bad, but you get the idea.
Which shot type would you use for a no focus run?
I'd still go with Marissa, I think. I mean, her shot is kind of strong, so
Plus, you don't have to worry about aiming neon everywhere.
yeah.
That would be just insanity.
I mean, Yomu will be interesting, but
Well, part of what makes her so strong is neon combined with the regular shot.
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, she will just face any side except where you want her to aim.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this strat. Just finish the last spells off right away.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
and DOS is losing itself. Is losing its sanity. Wait, somewhere, Maribel.
Taking a trip somewhere, Maribel?
I'm gonna be on an even worse time zone.
I'm just gonna be here. I think so. I'll be available.
Yeah, I'm like the exact opposite of some of these other guys. Because I live in a college town, there's like some other groups that I go to. Like on weekends during the semesters, school semesters, but during the summer, obviously, there's nothing really going on.
Wow.
But like once fall comes, I wouldn't be able to commentate on the Saturday streams, for instance.
I see.
French replay showcase. You will
Oh, no.
only show the Goat and Gastari's run.
And we will only
And
show
Ultros run.
we only show baguettes.
Yeah. The Getarons. And there will be no run from any other country because it's French. So
Touhou
Alright, I missed-
baguettes.
I'm gonna see how he handles the yin yang orbs on this fight.
oh yeah.
Corner
I
seems
forgot
like it's
about
actually pretty
rings
safe.
mounts. This doesn't actually look all that bad.
Yeah, the first non is alright.
Nice cancel.
I actually wonder where his first step would be.
Probably somewhere on Reimu, because she is one of the harder bosses.
A get to replay showcase. Nice. This looks kind of silly, but it doesn't look all that problematic.
He's
Like, I
taking
can
out the
see
yin yang
that
warps
being
Marissa
possible.
pretty effectively here.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, it's this spell. Will
It
he
takes
capture
quite
it?
long though.
I actually don't have nearly as much trouble with this spell as I used to, because I think my reflexes developed enough for it.
Oh yeah, this spell card is really fun.
Uh,
You just have
random
to
spam
you just have to know
spam
like how often she fires and then stay calm and read stuff as it comes to you.
Make sure that you have a bit of dodging space after each wave. But it's not too bad generally. Use capture though.
So you see, killing all the familiars on these fairies in the stage portion made things look a lot easier.
oh boy.
Marissa sure makes good work with this. Oh, no bombs collected. Okay, I guess.
It's a no
that-
bomb run, you don't have to.
Yeah, but it's just a nice sight to see, you know.
Yeah, but
I
you,
mean, it's not necessary, but
you lose them when you die anyway, so it's not much point.
yeah, of course. But it's just nice to see that you have them at that point. I mean, it's not too hard to get them.
Also, this spell is awful with Marissa.
But
Absolutely
it doesn't
awful.
really matter.
This is one of her harder attacks. You really cannot dawdle on this one. You have to be
Oh,
really
it is.
aggressive getting through the arrowheads.
This
And you
pattern.
have to be prepared for when they turn around.
Oh god, this looks kind of.
Yeah, but he did a good job on this, so it's great. This
He's
might
doing
no
a
miss
good
no
job.
bomb stage 4 actually. Or at
It's
least you
looking
should be
like
able to.
those no bombs.
It got a little hairy at the end. Got a bit too high.
Now it really makes me curious how this LNB as a whole went.
Well, so far it's a really good run.
Oh no.
I mean,
Is this 6A or 6B?
From what I saw at 6A. Oh no, I don't think he's doing this right.
oh
Actually,
wow,
wait.
this is.
Never mind. He probably
Oh.
might already be.
That was a close non-capture. Well, unless
Oh.
you count filling lost spells by hitting them as misses,
Nah.
I guess it's still a no miss.
Yeah. Okay, that was close, but he did it. Now just the final.
The
Literally
final's
just
pretty
the-
easy though.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good restream. That seemed kind of scary.
He quickly recognized that the path he wanted to take was actually not going to work, so he just stayed calm and stayed up higher.
Yep.
The
That's how you're
spell card
supposed
is
to
not
approach
too bad, but it's still easy to get hit by a random bullet.
But once you
Nice.
start paying attention to those bullets, then it stops happening, basically.
He basically had
Yeah.
no
I was
miss.
going straight up and down on this one. Normally I like to make circular motions.
Oh, that strat can really work out well, so he's doing a
Pretty
good
good.
job here.
Yeah, no miss, no
It's gonna
bomb.
be a
Oh
cap,
yeah.
First
Oh,
four
nice.
stages, no miss, no bomb.
and he's just gonna finish the last spell
Why,
this way.
why not just run straight into the amulets?
This is actually looking very solid. I believe this
Nice.
should easily be LMB pace.
This is LMB pace already. As long as he makes sure to not mess up much, then he's definitely going to LMB. I mean, he's pretty much allowed to few deaths there. No full spell. Not even attempting to do the last spell. But that it don't really matter, so.
Oh no.
Please don't tell me.
Is he gonna hit the 800 item extend?
This is dangerous.
Oh,
I will be
That's
really
really-
sad if he dies on Tay or something.
oh, this looks spammy. Oh,
Well, I
the-
mean,
the-
some people expect to die on Tay anyway.
Yeah. Still.
Unless you're talking about like her second non. You don't expect
let's
to die to
clear
that.
him in time.
But yeah, stage 5 is definitely one of those places where if you die, you definitely think like, oh man, I should have done better at this point.
Oh.
Okay, this is good.
Especially considering how hard both final bosses can be.
Yeah,
Side strat.
that was good.
Please don't get hit here. Oh,
We got past the hard part, which is great.
I'm getting spoiled there.
I mean, you're on voice, so that's to be expected.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I really don't care.
We're too used to it at this point too.
Yeah, but I'm just kidding. So
Yeah, I understand, This is gonna hit the max life soon. I can see it now. Yeah, this run does Aaron.
Erin is still fine, but she is a bit easier than Kaguya. Kaguya is just a meme
Oh
boss.
shit,
You
that
can
was
arrive
close.
with a lot of lives and still game over.
I mean, he has 8 lives and 8 bombs on Raisin. I don't think this is gonna game over.
There's no chance this is gonna game over.
Unless
if
he
it does,
ha-
I'd be really surprised.
Unless he somehow screws up Raisin and Aaron so spectacularly, which actually is possible, you know, because, yeah, Rain
yeah,
Aaron
Fire-
I could see, but
yeah, I
let's
should
see
not
how he does
exclude
on
the
racing.
possibility, but I'm just expecting it.
like, see, the very first step of the run is probably the most depressing one.
Generally, that's kind of
ooh, it was on that non-spell.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty depressing data, actually.
Yeah, I
Oh,
never
my
died of
God.
that attack. I'd be caught off guard if that happened to me.
Marvel saying, "Oh, here comes the train wreck." Oh God, train wreck. That'd be so sad, though.
Yeah.
And then until wreck. Dying to first non is saddening, though.
Yup, it is.
And is this gonna be a timeout of his spell cards? I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he's doing enough damage.
He's not staying in the center.
He's not doing the... I think you have to do something different with this shot.
Yeah, you have to move
Well,
into the
Marissa
center
can-
and then move back in time, I guess.
Marissa can, I'm sure, can also use the safe spots in the center too. The speed kill
Yeah.
strat.
Then again, she doesn't have full power right now. I'm not
Yeah,
sure how much of a
That's
difference that
also a
makes.
factor.
Not
Yeah,
very
Timing out that
much.
spell also meant no
Factor.
power items to get back up.
You can power cancel the next attack.
Oh,
At least.
this. Those familiars are pretty much protecting her.
Yeah, but she deals enough damage that it shouldn't matter anyway. Now, if you're playing solo Raymond, that's a different story, obviously.
It seems to still take some time, though.
The familiars look like they become intangible once the eyes turn on too. So there's still chances to hit Racing directly.
Well,
Ooh,
Oh yeah, not a good idea there.
ouch. That was pretty close to a capture. Top 10 anime deaths.
never again. Only once. Only once. Oh god.
Oh boy. It's gonna happen here.
Why is he dying so much? Oh no.
Well, I guess he's allowed to die a bit, but still, that's a depressing death.
You don't want a train wreck on any boss ever.
I never want to, but it's better to train wreck when you haven't lost lives before than to train wreck when you have lost lives before.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I mean, he still has a lot of lives, even though this train wreck is happening.
I mean, it's still only 3 misruns so far, which is actually pretty standard for LMV when you're reaching stage 6. In fact, I think it's probably better than average.
It's better than average, I'd say.
If nothing else, though, it'll definitely hurt your psyche.
Yeah. Obviously. Still.
Well, I mean, it can of course be so demotivating that you're just going to die multiple times because you just aren't really concentrating all that well anymore. But still, it's only just 3 misses, so we need to stage 6 with 5 lives and the possibility to still get another life. I'd say that's good. Although I'm not sure if this will get the 1100
It should. You can get like over 200 items from this stage part easily.
Well, it's not going to be until like late into the boss fight.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, wait, no. Probably doesn't have enough.
Kaguya. Kagumeme.
Kagumi.
The main reason I did Kaguya for my no bomb runs in the past was basically because I had been playing her a lot recently anyway, so I was already well practiced. I'm not POCing those items. That's a bunch of them wasted.
Oh no.
Oh, Aaron mid-boss. I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, Aaron mid-boss.
Oh yeah,
is
the bullets
awful.
are different when you're playing as a human.
Now that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Oh, well, that wasn't the best approach to those bullets anyway.
Ouch. Oh, please don't die again.
Yeah, he died again.
Ouch.
There are definitely ways to set yourself up for that. It's not ever easy, but there are ways to do it.
Harder than books. Yes, this is so much harder than books. This is the hardest thing ever.
Hearing I'm not familiar on Earth in the Pot, but not killing her that fast.
Things in
Trade-off.
IFC should have been based around this.
To be honest, I mean, 3 lives into Avon. That's still plenty. That's still plenty.
Well, it was still a close cap, but it's good. 3 lives into Aaron is still pretty possible.
I mean, as long as you have roots for most of the spells, this shouldn't be a big problem for him.
How
Especially
many
considering
items can you get during Aaron actually? Because he can still get an extent, I think.
you can get over 100 items. I'm very sure.
But I was saying either way, it's probably not going to happen until late into the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to make sure that you survive until the late off. But even then, if you die on Spellcraft, you're only going to get power items, I think. So
No. Oh
it depends on
boy.
if things go.
Power items do take up some of them, yeah.
Ouch. Okay, this might not be possible at this point. But
Genealogy is one of her harder attacks if you don't know how to approach it.
The lasers.
oh,
He's definitely not getting that last extend until Horror
I'm actually
Elixir, if he even
wondering if
gets
this
that
will
far.
still. I'm wondering if this still will LMB. At this point, I'm actually
He's got
beginning to be
Omoikane's
skeptical.
Brain, Apollo 13.
Oh no, fucking Rising Games RNG. RNG bullets. Good luck.
Oh god. Please tell me you end up capping things.
Is
Nope.
it possible to kill the Familiar on Game of Rising?
I don't think so. Maybe it could with Malice Cannon,
Wow.
but this isn't looking
Oh, you should have moved a bit to the right to dodge it, but
I thought he should have gone to the left of that bubble, rather than to the right, where the
I'd say that to the
Mentos
right
was.
was more possible, but maybe that
good.
to the left was
Why
also
does it take
possible.
so long with you? Like, is it because the familiar is just blocking the shot?
The run's over, that's that.
Yeah.
It's a very good run, but it got train wrecked at the end.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's true. Ugh.
Yeah, I would definitely try to get more used to A-Raid as well, not just racing. Any sort of consistency you can get on the final bosses really helps you a lot,
He had a cleared element.
because they can be that hard sometimes.
I think Akaldor submitted this because he thought that, well, LNN first 4 stages, but still game over, was more interesting. Which understandable. I think it is pretty.
It's
I think it is a bit
accomplishment.
better. Yeah.
Accomplishment in its own way, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Last one. Where's Kirby? He's here, right? Zig. Zig, now here's your favorite game, PODD.
It's not my favorite, but it's a very fun game, so
Yeah,
I do
it's
like
fun
it.
game.
Was this for the DRC by any chance?
Hi Kirby. I saw that you were in the chat. You were just lurking until
Yeah.
this, weren't you?
I mean, understandable.
Yeah.
Copy.
I saw the Rainbow run. It was a pretty good run.
Was this for DRC?
Yeah, it was for the DRC. He
It
got
was
maximal points with this because he got the new Rainbow record.
very
Yep.
nice.
Oh. Let's start from 6.
I
Let's see how this
leave a lot of the
works out.
explanations to you then, Sig, on how scoring in this game works.
Yep.
Okay, I can do that.
Because I am not
Essentially
familiar with this
what you
game at
wanna
all.
do, as you can see at the bottom, you have the GWEC, the blue bar. You want to use a level 2 spell, and when you use a level 2 spell, there will be pellet bullets spawned on the AI screen, and the AI can reflect those bullets by shooting enemies in front of them. And when it does that, there will be fireballs that fall on your screen, or just more bullets. And that will raise the hit counter if you then on your screen end up destroying them by also hitting enemies in front of them. And that nets you in score. It nets you in the hit scores you can on the top left. And the run is buffering for me. And when you do that, you get boss attacks and boss refer. It goes haywire then.
It already looks a lot more fast-paced than POFV, actually.
It's pretty hard, yeah. It's pretty fast-paced, so you want to make sure that you have to use your time. Oh, also you want to make sure to have this to happen the entire time, as much as possible, because then you increase the stage clear bonus by a lot. So if you get bad stage clear scores the entire time, you basically have had bad rounds, which we're not able to reflect a lot of bullets and get a lot of boss reversals. So that's basically when you reset. So basically you end up resetting until you get a good run, and when you get a good run, you just want to make sure that you can also finish it, because it's just a hard game. So when you score, you also have to make sure that you can survive. So there generally are points when you even have to just start surviving and not focus on score, because it just gets very tough. There's generally not much reason to restart, but there is if you are certain that you can't really PB anymore. If you in late game are just way too low, but late game can generally really push your score up, so you can arrive with pretty much nothing and still get a very good run going on against Yuri and Yumemi.
Yeah, it seems like the last 2 stages are the main deciding factors of your score.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just noticed all these ghosts look so happy.
Although I remember that for Rikako, you also kind of want to have a good start game, early game. Because if you don't have a good early game with her, then it's generally a bit harder to get a good run going on, even late game. Like late game can be good, but a lot of her score also depends from good early game.
Now at least POFB isn't like, oh, first 5 stages just boring lily white waiting, and the real game only starts after that.
Oh yeah, but you can decide that for yourself at that point, Kirby. I mean, if you know that you're not going to PD anymore, it's a personal decision if you go on or not. It's still fun to still finish the run, so. And at times things can really happen, but generally, so Generally, you will
Sometimes-
have the expectation things won't happen.
Well, sometimes also just playing a run to completion, even if you know it's not going to be your personal best, just helps you get more familiar playing at all at that point in the game.
Also, some other interesting things to note is that if your bombs are up, so you get 2 bombs per stage, they refill per stage. If they're up and you have a full whack, you can use by pressing the X button. And hybrids can also be pretty convenient for scoring because it's just easy to reflect bullets and they're invincible for a while. So it's also a good survival method. And when you have a boss attack, the AI can also reflect the balanced bullets from the attack. Although generally boss attacks lead to the AI dying quicker, so you generally just want to use level 2s if you can. It's generally also a good idea with Reimu to make sure that you reflect bullets during boss attacks because their level 1 is very weak. So you have a hard time finishing off the boss. Other interesting things to note is that some fireballs always fall in a straight vertical line of where you are. So it's good to hold that in mind when you are finishing off some of those baked bakes or Hoshisako or...
So it's sort of like streaming them?
Those are the enemy names. You basically want to make sure that when you make an enemy explode, that the explosion hits the fireballs or the pellet bullets because then you reflect them and you get a higher hit count.
It only works with the pellet kind of bullets, right?
Yeah, the tiny white bullets are the pellet bullets I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
And the fireballs also contribute a lot to your hit count. And if your hit count hits certain amounts of scores, which changes later in the match generally, you get a boss attack. And the game tends to go haywire after you use some level 2s. But that entirely depends on if the AI actually ends up reflecting some of the pellet bullets you shot at it. And if you can keep that ongoing. So it's kind of always about luck to a certain extent. But it's not all that bad, really. At least not a lunatic. If you play easy, and it's a whole other thing. I'm pretty sure that in easy you prioritize getting good change more than on lunatic. Because on lunatic it's not exactly worth it all the time. Level 2s are just worth more generally.
So it isn't like POV where scoring with broken AI shots is pretty much impossible. Or I guess too hard to really do effectively. So it's the brokenness isn't as brokenness as it seems here.
Well, if you play, for example, she can finish off the AI too quick, and that can really be detrimental to your scores.
Yeah.
Because you want the match to go on for as long as possible and get as much boss reversals as possible, as much combos as possible. And Reimu can just kill off bosses way too quick. Not just once, but the entire time actually. So there's still a bit of risk that is just unavoidable with her. If it starts to happen, there's nothing you can do about it. It just has an easy time killing the AI. But if it does not happen, it's not really a problem. I know this can also happen with Ellen against Umemi. She can finish off Umemi really quickly, but that's the same for Reimu actually.
Oh.
And Umemi is another interesting thing to mention because Umemi you can generally stall her only in the first round. If you have enough resources and she hits like half a heart, you can stall her. What you then need to do is basically not shoot until her whack is full, because then she's always going to use a hyper when she's about to be hit. If she doesn't have a full whack, then she just dies. If you shoot, she's more likely to die then. She can still die though, but it's less likely if you don't shoot. So those are interesting things to hold in mind. Reimu's charge attack is really bad. That's why I was saying that's better to prioritize on clearing off pellet bullets and fireballs than to actually attack the AI. I mean, either way, it's a good thing to do because you need to do something, but yeah, just really a better method to generally get rid of the AI quicker to be more safe. But even then, that can of course backfire because fireballs will always fall in ways you want, and you can't really estimate which enemies are coming next each time. You can take a sneak peek at the look of the AI and get a general idea of which enemies are come on your side, but that doesn't always happen. So yeah, the amulets can actually be kind of good defensively. Yeah, they're also good to use after you use like a level 2 and you see that the bullets are being reflected, and then placing them high and finishing off enemies in front of them can really finish off a lot of the incoming stuff. But I think that's most I have to say regarding scoring. It sounds more complex than it is, but it's still hard to do because this game is just hard. Worst part of the run comes here. RIP.
I wonder what happened here.
So there are only like 4 stages, or is there more than that?
I think theory was just too hard.
Well,
or maybe
we started from stage 6, and there's 9 stages total.
Okay.
Yeah. Stage 7 is the decisive match, and then you have stage 8, which is theory, and stage 9 is Umami.
But basically the same format as POFV in terms of number of stages.
Decisive match is always the same for your respective shots, but all the other matches are basically the random shots. They can't just be random.
Yeah, it's like how in PvP it's always like Komachi and Eiki, and here it's Chiyuri and Umemi.
Yeah, the only consistent matches for everyone are Chiyuri and Umemi, because as I said, the decisive match is static dependent on your shot. The matches before that are just random with the characters that you have to face, including your own character, by the way. So that's pretty funny.
Mirror matches?
Yeah, you can basically have mirror matches, yes. Wasn't this world record just a few 100k higher than Seal's run?
Apparently.
I felt so demotivated though. I mean, I did many runs with Reimu and it just kept failing during the DRC. So I ended up with a 74.5 million run. And then Curry just gets world records with Reimu. Then again, he has played longer, so he has more experience than I do.
You still did a fine job, Sig. Most certainly.
I'm just a little disappointed because I had some runs with higher score potential to just go RIP because Reimu kept killing things. Or I just kept dying because I was not consistent enough. Oh well.
Is this a kind of run you'd still want to come back to in the future and try to improve on?
Yeah, I'm planning to do that. I mean, I like this game. It's hard, but I like it. I'm not planning to just leave it at what it is. My PB is with Raymond is 75 million. So it's a little higher than what I got in the DRC, but just slightly. That was also what made me so demotivated, because I got to run as practice for the DRC. It's just the same as what happened during the EDC, in which I did do DRC, in which I did do DDC extra. I got like an extra no miss no bumps for DDC Extra Survival before the DRC started as practice, and then I got a 1 miss, no bombs multiple times during the DRC.
Wow.
I was playing quite a lot too, so I was kind of annoyed, but it happens.
Yeah, Raiko's kind of hard to perfect.
There's actually one no miss, no bombs round in this game, and that's one that Seal did. I think he did it with Umemi, and it did take hits. So hits is pretty much allowed for this, if for no miss, no bombs. It's kind of impossible, I'd say, to not get hits. I'd love to be proven wrong.
I treat these hits more like
I don't
health,
think I will be.
as opposed to like actual individual lives or something.
Yeah, they're not really lives because they're just health. I mean, they completely refill the next stage, so. Unless you're going to tell me that like half a heart is gonna be accepted but not a whole heart. That will be silly. I mean, it in a certain sense it is a miss because a miss is just a hit, but it depends on how you define what you're going to see as a miss in this game. If you're going to just see it as a life or not. And I guess it makes more sense as a life than just like a heart.
Well, you lose different amounts of health depending on like how late into the round it is in this game, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So even that changes things up.
Yeah. I mean, you could also just say one hit is just getting hit once, and how much hearts
Like
you lose.
You get hit once early on, you lose half a heart.
Silly.
Or if you get hit once late into a round, then you lose like 2 or 3 hearts.
Yeah.
Not all hits are created equal, basically.
Yeah, indeed. You do have a clear bonus, and as I told about you mainly stalling, right? It can really contribute to a U clear bonus. Like, so you got a 19 million clear bonus in easy mode, which got easy mode to like 60 mil, I think. Or was it 52 mil? I forgot. Either way, that's ridiculously high. So if you can do that on Lunatic, and trust me, it's really hard to do on easy mode already. And on Lunatic, you're generally bound to just fail in silly ways if you try to do it. But it can still contribute to a Yuger clear bonus, and it can only be done in round 1. Okay, for 54 mil.
Nice. Well, now I understand final stage is 1 life, as he expected to say.
And yeah, your hearts do not matter for the stage clear bonuses. Alright, you made me match.
Yumi says she already lost too fast. I wouldn't call that too fast, just watching.
Well, that took multiple rounds though, and he lost multiple lives.
He died like twice, I think.
Yeah, and 82 million entering you maybe would really not seem like it would be able to get a shot record, but it happened to actually do that. So that was pretty neat. But it was just by a little bit. I think that Seal also had like under 3 million with Raymond, but I'm not too sure.
Yumi has like this after image thing going on as she comes in. I like it.
That's pretty interesting.
Advanced scientist.
Yeah, I mean, I have tried to suicide during my great PB potential run with Reimu multiple times. And what I noticed is that it just happens again the next round, that you just almost killed AI quickly again. And it was just worthless, really. And that's kind of very annoying about broken shots. If they decide to just mess things up, it's quite likely to happen. If it doesn't happen, they just have to hope it doesn't happen later on.
I just noticed Yumemi's already at not full health. Wow.
Oh yeah, Yumemi can also just speed kill herself.
The heck?
With broken shots. So you want to suicide before Yumemi suicides. If the round is too short, you're not going to get a good bonus of the round. And with broken shots like Reimu, that can just randomly happen. It's very annoying because I've also had those Yumemi matches in which and there's just nothing you can do about it. I mean, sure, you want that in survival.
I predict he's gonna do a suicide pretty soon. Otherwise, Yumemi's gonna die.
They're
think
both
he's
on
gonna
last
die,
hit.
yes. I mean, it's 103 million, so not sure if it's going to really be a suicide though.
Well, he's not
It might
shooting
just-
now,
it
so
might
he's
just
trying
actually
to.
be a death. No, he's waiting until Yumemi's
Oh.
quack fills up because then he can stall her.
Oh, right.
I told about this earlier. If Yumemi's quack is not full, then she can die if you shoot, and if you wait and stall, she's less likely to die, and you can just shoot again whenever her
Oh
quack
yeah,
is full,
yeah.
and you
If the
can
gauge,
score
the
then.
gauge isn't full.
Yeah, and you get more score from the clear bonus then, if you do that multiple times. It's a very good way to increase your score, and it can only be done in the first round against Yumemi, and
Oh.
only against Yumemi. It can be done on all difficulties, but it's already very tough to do on easy, so... He's shooting when her whack is close to being full, but it's kind of fine because it was gonna be full soon enough.
But yeah, I could see that the other side basically has no bullets.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to try to do that the entire time. You're more likely to set a certain amount of waves in which you do it and then decide, okay, this is fine, and just keep shooting until she dies. At least on Lunatic, on easy you can stall for very long. I mean, you can try to Lunatic, I'd love to see it, but it's very tough, so you're likely going to make a mistake if you do that. I already imagine on hard modes, really. At least if you just do that for like 10 minutes, which you can do, by the way. I think the easy mode run did do that for like 10 minutes, stalling, and then got like 19 mil clear bonus, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, there's death right there.
Yeah, he got hit by the fireball.
The risk is
That
massive.
kind of helped actually, because he would not have gotten the shot record had he not died and finished her off not much later.
It's very
The
dangerous.
boss barons are pretty tough. But that's her boss barons. Some are just too hard for me to do. Like you have the random cloud of bullets, that one is very tough. And you have the random wave coming at you. Which is very tight. It's dodgeable, but it's just very tight, so it's going to assume you're safe at a certain spot. Basically, it's going to be a risky second round here. Oh, also the video is buffering for me. I mean, the stream.
Yeah, I thought it stopped for a second, but it didn't look like it was buffering.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
The
it's
video
not
just
buffering.
froze for a couple seconds. I don't know why.
Oh, s-
It told me it was buffering, so
Oh.
but it's not buffering for me anymore.
That freeze sounds like it was part of the video as it was recorded, though.
Oh, he said it
okay.
was a pause, that's why.
Okay,
Oh, I see.
I didn't really see the pause actually. Normally you see like yellow letters in the middle of the screen. I'm pretty sure I just missed it then. Also, it's ridiculous what the AIs can dodge. Really an interesting sight.
Yeah.
The AI is about to die.
Those are
but
computer opponents for
not
you.
yet. Yeah.
Even the computers are really
They're just-
stupid.
They're just better at it than humans.
Just wants to make things hard right now.
They're way better at dodging random stuff, but when it comes to other kinds of things, they're really bad at it. That's why AIs can break them. I mean, can be broken.
Yeah, pretty much. I see. Too bad it doesn't have pause text. It's basically just the game standing still. At this point, it's pretty much already bound to get 100 mil if he had finished her off. But I think it goes on just a little longer. Just a little bit.
Well, it's finished now. 103. Pretty nice. Ah,
It's a pretty nice run. GG.
Oh yeah.
nice.
How
Congrats on the
much,
run, Kirby. That was very nice.
how much higher than Steel's run was this actually?
Isn't Zill's like only slightly lower than this?
No, Zero scores with every shot and almost all of his scores are pretty good too.
No, I
He
meant
still has the overall world record.
I meant for this shot, slightly lower than Kirby's.
Yeah, this shot is somewhat lower, yeah. Oh, 102 mil. Okay.
Yeah, 102.
Are you
What's he
still
gonna do
planning to
next?
improve Raymond? Okay. I just hope that Seal's gonna return.
I wonder what Zero is doing right now.
Had some real life issues in the past, I thought. I'm not sure. Like, any updates recently, though.
He still does get online, but I think he just stopped playing a bit. Like maybe sometimes, but yeah, he seemed to have some computer problems.
Yeah, whenever I see him stream, like at some point, his laptop kind of like overheats. So I think he's getting a new PC.
I had first-hand experience with that. If that's the case, yeah, you do kind of want to get a new PC.
I guess that will just take a while then.
Need to save up money for it, yeah.
Well, hopefully, good new PC to play.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but what can you do?
Not much, really. I mean, this PC also is nearing its end. I've been saying this a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna die sometime.
I'm probably gonna get a new PC soon too. Even though I know it can still go on, but maybe.
Yeah. Not long ago, this PC was actually crashing the entire time. It's not really crashing the entire time anymore, but the USB ports are very bad. Like my keyboard just desyncs a lot because of that, even during playing. So, but then again, fixing the PSU made the crashing stop at some point. Like I still had some crashing when I put in the new PSU, but what are you gonna do?
That's indeed true.
Good run, by the way, Kirby.
Good run. Oh yeah, we are finished for the week, by the way. Just forgot to say that.
So I guess in the future weeks we're gonna have some other people volunteer to stream this in the meantime.
Yeah, I'll do something about that in the coming few days.
Yeah, so we'll get that all sorted out.
Okay.
Okay, that's too bad to hear that, Kirby. Hopefully it will be sorted out soon. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Alright,
Yeah, see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
See ya.